Northgate, H2O flow, Chic, Canaanland, Moorish, Release fall, Shalon Davis, salute, hot house, check it. They say they wanna learn, they only debate, referencing the truth, trust me, they only sound the great. Study nationality before you question my estate. I'm not a minority, why you so late? Majority rules, here comes the test. Fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest. That's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a Moor that is easy to digest. Competent, never terrenalious. That is my land, never faking. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. We feel please more. Following the apostle, we should read more. I see the unseen more. We more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they want to learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling haram when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming. 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. We'll push the link when we live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali, but won't give their location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused. This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with Moors, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with feathers, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the combo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take Moorish science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send writs again. Remain cautious, cause often it's in again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge, you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one with Allah.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes civil a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J, Israel. Had no door, I lay in plain sight. But people still can't see it, so the snake's still showing up. Stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life. Finish him.
Moorish or Moor, key man or oracle. Using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical. Lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic. Facts slap a dirty Moor or a Drew Ali critic. Calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved. Or cut like a close shave. Drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini. Selassie I in exile. Reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real. All I see is false evidence.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes civil a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J, Israel. Had no door, I lay in plain sight. But people still can't see it, so the snake's still showing up. Stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life. Finish him.
Moorish or Moor, key man or oracle. Using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical. Lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic. Facts slap a dirty Moor or a Drew Ali critic. Calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved. Or cut like a close shave. Drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini. Selassie I in exile. Reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real. All I see is false evidence. VAR feminists, stomped on by elephants. More like no prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the cold magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book called Maleficent. Great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness. No pestilence, ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
I'll give it a try. Islam Moors. Peace to all. Wednesday Q&A. We're here once again. Allowing you to get it out. Ask whatever. Any amount, doesn't matter. Remain anonymous. Just send your email to canaanlandguide@gmail.com or put it in the chat in all caps. Honors to Little Yusuf for making another revolution. And any other Moors out there, honors to you. And that Moor deserves whatever he wants for his solar return. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Little Yusuf. Just try to ask for anything you want just to see. Just to see. So here we are. Matter of fact, I forgot that the Moors, were part of it. If you got to say something about this Moors, all that knowledge that you dropped on these people got taken down because they snitched to YouTube. The Indians, the Indian associates. Where's the bell? Cling, 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 cling. Run and tell all. The Indians went and snitched to YouTube because we want to know how come they had the master teacher on their platform and they still didn't figure this thing out yet. They're still confused playing Indian games. They're still confused. They had the master teacher on there multiple times, like she said. What is it? On what? On, let me get you right. Unscramble Mindz. Unscramble Mindz with a Z on it. So it's pretty scrambled if you have if you can't spell Mindz. It's pretty scrambled. Super scrambled. Right, so they got our channel. They got our channel a strike because they snitched. Right? They snitched and said they snitched and said that, you know, we're wrong because we used their video. It's interesting. It's interesting that we were watching it on Legendary Top Cat's channel. Why is she complaining? How come Legendary Top Cats wasn't complaining? Why is she complaining? We were watching it on her channel. There must be something to be said for the fact that it's playing on another channel. She's not snitching on them, but she's snitching on us. But the individual whose channel it's on that was on our platform didn't snitch on us for playing the same video. Something has to be said to that. Doesn't that show you something, or are you just a dummy? Right? And then it's beyond Taj now, because he doesn't have no channel for them to strike. We're the ones getting the strike. While they parade around with their Indian crap. Of course, they're going to get to parade around with their Indian crap because they're agents. They're agents in the campaign against the Moors. And they will always be. They will always be. The campaign against the Moors. That's what we're under. And those who are studied, they've been watching for a long time. They've been watching for a long time. Those that studies been seen it. Seen it firsthand. Seen it firsthand. Yeah, and why I was reading Pleasant Bay, Exhuming the Nation. He was going hard on the Freemasons. Yeah, why? Because they played him. Because they ran game on him. Yeah, and they're mad. He's being able to sit down with the mayor and all that stuff, and they can't, and they're mad. These people know. These people know that they infiltrated the Moorish movement, right? The Freemasons in them. And then they thought that because they were in the seats that they can control it. That's what they thought. Even though they read that Allah guides this. Even though they read that Allah guides this, they think they control something. They think that they control something. The issue is that the people, it always comes down to the people. The people have to recognize what their part is in all this. Whether they're sitting back doing nothing, right? Sitting back doing nothing, or promoting the BS. Right? Are they promoting the BS? There's one way that this could go. If we're talking about unity, let's all get behind Noble Drew Ali. because his way led to salvation. Right. He led all the Moors right up to salvation. They got blinded by the marvelous light and started getting selfish. Thinking that they can control the birthrights, thinking that they can sell the birthrights, thinking that they can dangle the birthrights, manipulate people to be involved with this. Allah guides this. These people have no say. And Allah's going to guide it where it's supposed to go. And remember, it's the few faithful Moors who are the ones that are going to benefit from it. That's who's going to benefit. The few Moors that stayed faithful. Who else should benefit? Why should anybody else benefit? If we were going to take a tally and say who should be the ones that benefit, everybody's going to say the sincere people, the people who deserve it. Those are the only ones who should be able to benefit with no questions asked. So just remember, Q&A Wednesday. So whatever questions you got, put them on the record, the chat record in all caps. And so the video got taken down again because they filed a copyright claim to YouTube that we're using their video. All right. In the video, never once did Unscramble Mindz say, we're gonna, and threaten to do what they did. Which we could have easily said, okay, you know what, stop that recording and then start over. Easy fix. It's not a big deal. You got 4,000 videos. We're worried about one video. What about one video? Right. Easy fix. But they want to play. They want to play the digital games. They want to play virtual games instead of being human beings. They want to be androids. They have that right. They want to be an android, but I have that right not to be android. Right? Because they thought that you know, we were some Johnny come latelys like them. And then we schooled them that no, we're not Johnny come latelys. We're not Johnny come latelys. We didn't just start studying from Taj yesterday like you people. We didn't just start studying Tashriq Bay yesterday from House of Ram or something. We're pre decades before House of Ram. We go to classes from being in people's homes with Tashriq Bay. Moor's Order of the Round Table office classes. Those ones. We didn't just start studying yesterday. And they got it absolutely confused because they had Taj up there may think that we think they're important or something like that. We don't think they're important. Now, if they wanted to try to remove, they would have been removed it. They would have been moved it. We've been had 2 strikes for 5 years. Had 2 strikes. Because every time a strike comes off, here comes somebody else snitching about something else. 5 years ago video they're snitching about. But yeah, if they wanted, that's how I know that it's the trolls. You know what I mean? Because if YouTube wanted to, they could have shut this down a long time. There ain't nothing for them to shut a page down. Reason or no reason. All they gotta do is push the button, the stuff's gone. It's their stuff. But they thought they were important because they had Taj on their platform, so that means that he rides with the indigenous whatever. No, it doesn't. That doesn't mean that. Stop lying to people. Stop using Taj's face as to get views, like what they're trying to accuse us of. We're not Taj Street Bay dick riders. He's a master teacher. We take his reference points, we go study them, build upon them, and carry on. And the fact that they even went there lets you know how much of a fraud they are. That they have to be on Taj's dick in order to get some views. They can't even do that on their own. I want to know why. Well, why are you calling us niggers or whatever? Because you are. You are. There's only a nigger would run the YouTube police and go tell and go snitch. Indian associates. That's what they are. That's what they are. Indian associates. Don't get fooled by them. Don't get fooled by any of them. None of them. None of them. Don't be fooled. That's all we ask. Don't be fooled. Anybody. Don't let anybody fool you right now. No one should be able to fool you right now. No one. I don't care what they're pulling. How can one be Indian if you're a Moor? You can't. It's like you can't be black and a Moor. Now you can be from the tribe of whatever and be a Moor. But you can't be Indian and be a Moor. Ain't no Indians. Yeah. I think I have it. Yeah. Don't let it get past you that we're Moors. Really, really keep it simple, stupid. We're Moors. We're Moors. It's a lot, we know. We know it's a lot. Not even in denial of it. We know that it's a lot. Oh yeah, this is it right here. Honors to the Moors that study. Because with the Moors that study, you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get. Honors to the Moors that take their time to, just do research and read books, buy books. Honors to you. Honors to you. Yeah, this one right here. This one right here. There is no such thing as the Indian. Definition of Moor. Any dark-skinned person, they have dark skin yet call themselves Indian. Yes, that means that it's mental. That means they have a mental problem, just like the people who call themselves black and not Moors. Right? Just like when they say, in 1621, the word Indian was substituted for Moorish. At one particular time, these people were called blackamoors. They took off Moor, and then just started calling these people black. Same game, because they're dealing with the same people. But notice the theme in those two things. Moor is the true name. Whether you go with the Indian lie or the black lie as an identity, when you check their origin, both of them go back to Moor. Both of them go back to Moor. And again, this is fizz.org. Don't get mad at Moors and all that stuff. Come debating Moors. Go find Netherlands Organization for Scientific Research. Go look them up. Yeah, go complain to them. Don't complain to Moors. An increasing number of mayors in Guatemala are of Indian origin. Dutch researcher Elizabeth Rasch went to find out what this development means and discovered that there is much more to building a multicultural democracy than electing Indian mayors and presidents. This is due to an enormous range of interpretations of identity. There is no such thing as the Indian. Indigenous movements tend to portray the Indian population as unchangeable and authentic in order to demand certain political and cultural rights. They do this by appealing to international treaties and national legislations, which likewise uphold a clear-cut definition of indigenousness. However, it is actually possible to determine who is and who is not an Indian. And on this basis can be determined what a multicultural democracy should look like. Now, you already know they're in error because they're talking democracy. So even if they change the name and find some different name and say that that's really the name, not Indian, if they're playing democracy, they're right back. They're right back in the wardship camps again. And remember, the camps are mental because there's nobody in physical camps. Everything's mental. There's no shackles and chains on your wrists and ankles right now, unless you're getting arrested for some BS. It's all mental. It's all mental. Just remember that it's all mental. Just so you don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. So let's get to these questions. Isn't there already a dollar set up for commerce? Just need competent Moors who won't sell out to run it? Is Staller and dollar the same thing? Why did Prophet Noble Drew Ali tell Moors to keep stuff as is and new dealing under proclaimed national appellation? Okay, so let's start. Let's start at the third question. All right, Drew Ali told Moors, leave all business, old business as it is, and all new business, do it in your free national name. One, you're doing that so that you could start beginning to create a new record of you now living as a Moor. Yeah? So anything new that you do, your free national name should be on it. Because you're creating a new track record. You're creating a new neural pathway. There's a new energy. When you go from Negro, black, colored to Moor, there's a shift. You're not in the same place anymore. You're in a whole different reality. So now you have to create for this reality now with this free national appellation, not wardship name. And then everything old want to keep as it is because that's dead or dying. So you keep it as it is. Whatever it is, it's staying like that. You're not going to contaminate the new stream with this muddy water that you've been using for the past how much ever years till you found out about being a Moor. So the old stuff, keep it as it is. And the new things you do in your free national name. The easiest way for the transition from Negro, black, colored to Moorish is to keep the old stuff as it is and the new things do in your free national name. People want to take the free national name and then go back there and try to do stuff back there with the free national. You could end up in issues if you don't know what you're doing that. Right? So that means that these affairs that you have that we call the old stuff, right? It's carrying on with those until you dissolve all those contracts. In the meantime, you're doing new things so you can start getting this activity under this new proclaimed national appellation. because you have to create a new record. Right? Look at it again as Kavit Mtor. The old stuff is the low road. The proclaimed national appellation, and now, you know, wherever you go, you have a fez on and a turban, and you have your pendant and your Quran in your pocket, and right, the newly acquired existence. The old one, you got the baseball hat, sometime the toque, the boots with the lace just dangling, you know, and right. It's the old business. It's the low road. Remember, it's a transition. Very few can survive cold turkey. Right? Very few. A lot of people will fold. Right? A lot of people won't get over the hump. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just what it is. Now, more they're talking about this thing with creating currency and Moorish bank and all this. But we need to prioritize if we're really going to be effective in what we're doing. And being that there's so many different kinds of currencies out there already that are doing well, you don't need to have your own currency right now as Moors. Like, that's not stopping anything. You can't spend it anywhere. What are you going to do? Have this Moorish currency and then do what with it? Use it amongst each other to buy what? What Moorish grocery store you go into to get some food at right now? Oh, how about gas? You need gas? Where you getting gas? You know the Moorish gas station? The Moorish gas station, you're gonna give them Moorish dollars to them, and they're gonna give you Moorish dollars change. Right? You can't just have Moorish money. That's not a realistic thing. We have Moorish money to do what? Spend it where? Like, where are we spending this at? That we're going to be getting something for what we're giving out. Because remember, these stuff were backed by gold and all that. So if it's backed by gold and all this, if it's backed by gold, then I better be getting some change back when I give this out. I better be. Because how am I giving this out and not getting back change? And obviously, I'm not going to have every denomination, so I'm going to have to be getting change back. And then, am I getting change back in fiat? Or am I getting change back in the Moorish? You already know you're not getting change back in the Moorish money, so stop it. What are we going to do with having our own Moorish currency right now? We don't even have a Moorish convenience store. Talking crazy. We have to prioritize. And what's of utmost priority is self. That's priority. Are you together? Are you straight? You fix your trauma and all that stuff? or you bringing your damn trauma around the place with everybody else? You working on yourself? You're doing your breathing and stuff like that? You gotta prioritize. We want to be, we want to be Superman when we're still Clark Kent. You can't be Clark Kent flying around. That's not how it works. You see Clark Kent fly? See Spider-Man just do something without changing? Prioritize. Don't let the illusions of grandeur, the Moorish illusions of grandeur, distract you. Like I'm saying, we're 2008 to now. Right? And the only thing that I know about 2008 to now is that people are still incompetent. Right? Why do they dislike Moors and us claiming our land back? The ones who are in power, so-called, right? Because power is an illusion, right? But the ones who are in so-called power know they have nowhere to go because they left the eastern seaboard. So now they're parading around the mainland, and then now the lights shut off and everybody's stranded, and the mainland can't get back to. They can't get back to the 13 colonies. Now the ones who have the light are the indigenous people. That once they flick the light on, then you're going to see that these people are out of their jurisdiction, because what are they doing all the way in here? Then they're supposed to be at the eastern seaboard, and then they would either go back to where they're supposed to be, or they'll be removed. Or they'll be removed. As Negro, Black, colored people, none of that's happening. These people could be parading up and down the place, going wherever, because there's nobody who's in authority that can put them in their place. Like the last person who had any authority to put them in their place was Noble Drew Ali. That was the last person who had put them in their place. Making them go bankrupt is putting them in their place. So they also know that it's Aboriginal and Indigenous prophecy that the ancient ones will return. And if the ancient ones return, they're in trouble. So they do everything with the food and the water and the air and the whatever to keep our people in psycho mode all the time. Never a clean, pure thinker. Right? So much stuff going on up and down all over the place, going in every direction that you're not supposed to be going in. Right? Our people all messed up. But once these people get their stuff together, now we become a threat, because by us claiming our nationality, stop playing the games of the brands and whatever like that, get over our emotionalism, recognize nationality is the order of the day, say that we're Moorish American, everything's going to fast track from 100 years ago to what it's supposed to be now. You'll blink and things are going to be changed in front of your face. Because It's sitting there waiting. It's just for the people to take the position. If you want to take the position. We always liken it to Neo waking up. And then he's in the pod and all the pods around him, people are still asleep. That's the Moorish paradigm. But remember, in the law dictionary, Moor is 100 bailiffs. And if these 100 bailiffs are, Goliath or whatever, then we could be all right. If these 100 bailiffs are Wolverine, we'll be all right. I'll take the one more before the 20 Negroes who we don't know what we're gonna get. Some people start acting like chimpanzee, rolling on the ground, doing all types of madness when they're supposed to be Moors, supposed to be Wolverine. Right. Yeah, that was crazy. That 17,000 for one is pretty crazy because it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense because if we're Moors and we're starting a bank, that means we have credit, right? So if we have credit, everybody should be able to come in there with their nationality card and get their reparations check. No? If we have a bank that can print, create, make our own currency, and it's backed right now, they're saying it's backed by gold and silver right now. That means they can create credit. So why wouldn't they just have Moors come and just be given the credit out? Because it has to be unlimited. There can't be a number. There can't be a cap on it. If you're saying bank, do you see these banks out here? You think it's a cap? It's a revolving door. It's a system. It just works. They don't even have to do anything right now. Unless some counterfeit gets in there or something, but then they got their stuff to check that to make sure it's not counterfeit and all that. Right. Right. Yeah, Moors tried to do a credit union. And that failed because Moors aren't ready. Moors want to be black and Moors want to be the leader guy and all this stuff and do everything. Right? They tried the credit union. Moors are why it didn't work. Everything was there. All you needed was some signatures. Well, I don't know if I should sign this because what are they going to do with my signature and all types of dumb shit. And the deadline ran out. You get us the signatures by this time and you're good to go. It doesn't have to be hard copy signature. Just put your name down on this. All we need is 50 or 80 or something like that. Couldn't get 80 Moors. Put their name down. They had every reason why they're not going to sign this thing. Every reason why they're not going to sign. You know they had every reason why they're not going to sign. And then me and the Moor are sitting there and I said, Didn't I tell you they're not going to fucking sign it? Didn't I tell you that these people are dumbasses and they don't get it? Their salvation is going to come to their doorstep and they're going to turn away from it. Right? And this is on the Moorish side. We're not talking about the Negroes right now. We're talking about a Moorish credit union that the Moors could have had running right now. And you want to know why don't we have a Moorish whatever? Because people who could work don't work. That's why stuff is messed up. Who the cap fit won't wear it, a great man once said. And no matter what, they're not going to wear their mask of God. No matter what. They know they should. They know that it's time. But I don't know. Our people just aren't game to be a nation for real. And the only ones who want to be the nation are the few faithful who are going to stand for this nation regardless of what. Ain't nothing else to do but be a Moor. I don't know what the hell else I'm going to do. Definitely not going back to black and all that BS. So if this is it, then this is it. Let's go! If this is it, this is it. Very good. All right, so all that Moorish dollar system and all that stuff there, that's foolishness. That's foolishness. People playing games. Don't let them play with your emotions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Until they're saying, standing at the door, opening the door for you to go into the Moorish bank, don't be listening to these people and their madness. Don't be listening to them. Playing games. That's the only way. The only way is you gotta take the Moorish bank is opening ceremony. All Moors are invited. Until you see that, don't be listening to these people about giving them finance so you can have a Moorish dollar. Moorish dollar? Have a Moorish dollar. What are you buying for this Moorish dollar? Right? What are you buying? Where's the Moorish peas? The Moorish peas? Is that, I hope it's less than $1. Hope it's less than $1. Because that'll suck if the Moorish beans are less than $1 and I just spent 1,700 notes. 1,700 notes to get this dollar that I can't spend anywhere, just with Moors who don't have the store that I need to spend this Moorish dollar at, which I hope the beans are under $1, because I just spent 1,700 to get this dollar. Starving. What the hell? Insanity. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what it is. Wait, I think that was the next question. Let me get, what is it again? Hold on. What is the noble and upright, precise laws the Prophet left on the proper way our MSTA are to function for members and the uplifting of fallen humanity. Well, what we have mainly is what Noble Drew Ali had done. What was actually done? What was actually done? The work itself. So when we talk about uplifting fallen humanity, we're looking at Noble Drew Ali was a healer. Right? Talking about line up going around the temple to see the prophet. You're talking about convention, president, spokesman, right? Dignitary, meeting with all these other, dignitaries. This is the example that he's setting, right? Look at all his pictures, decked out, Moorished out in habit. When you look at the temples in all the different states he's going to visit, all these different temples, convention happening in, Moor's got to bring their reports from every territory to the convention. Everything's right there about how it's supposed to run. Right, going through the Moorish Guide articles, all the different businesses that were there, different Moors with different businesses, advertising in their own Moorish newspaper, just like you see the Hindustani paper today, or the Greek paper, or the whoever else that has a newspaper. Moors had their own newspaper with their own businesses in there. Right? Right. So my perspective is the proper way would be what he did. That worked. That we can look at and see. Okay, well, he did this. This worked. He did this. This worked. He did that. Well, that might not have worked fully in its full capacity because of whatever reasons. But we can put that department on the side over there for now because we don't need it. In this day and time, but everything's there, everything's there. Having a school so that the younger generations could know the truth about their nationality and birthrights. So businesses encompass many different areas, and Moors were in all these areas. All these areas. And then when you talk about noble and upright, that's going to come with you studying, vibrating on a certain frequency, and knowing that if it resonates with your heart, it's real, it's true. If you can see somebody for the first time and it's all love, Islam and hugs and all that stuff, then these are probably some good Moors. If you see them first time, who's your grand sheikh and which temple are you from, and you get all that type of energy, you already know they aren't the ones. Don't even waste your time. Right? Don't even waste your time. Because it has to get out from the thought and the inner into the manifest. Right? Like when they say that, you know, people feel you before you get there. Right? That you're being this so sure and so strong that it's expected that when as soon as you come to the door, yeah, here she comes with these turbans again, with this button on the front, and oh, she's gonna be talking about this button. You know that you're coming because you're being it. Right? This is what people are missing in the Moorish paradigm right now, that they don't want to be what this is. They want the after effect of being. Right? They don't want to have the fez on and have somebody run up on them and question them on what it is, and then give the answer, and then they bow to you or whatever like that. They just want, I'm a Moor, where's the feeling of me being bowed to? Well, you have to do something to get that. You're not just getting that feeling because this is what it feels like. Right? You're not. Right? There's something that was put in to get that feeling out. Right? There's Moors out here that if we give these Moors a platform, right, they'll have this whole place in a riot, in an uproar. You know? But that's not their thing. You know, they have other ways to touch the world. They have other ways to touch the world. So they're doing those things, though they're doing those things necessary. You know. They're doing those things. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I don't see too many. All you newly awakens, all you first timers, just heard about the Moorish paradigm and all that. This is your time now. This is your time. You know, ask what you will. We're open. Oh yeah, don't forget. Don't forget this Saturday. We're live. This Saturday we're live. Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, Justice Tour. Stop number 2 for the 5 principles. Stop number 2 for the 5 principles. March 16th. Well, we're getting close. Getting close. Just get that up there. What other things should new Moors be studying during their 4 years of studying? The most important thing is to make sure that Noble Drew Ali is in there. Whether every morning when you wake up you're reading a verse of the Quran or before you have your meal, you're doing it, or whatever. The lessons of Noble Drew Ali have to be in constant rotation in your studying. That has to be in constant rotation. Constant, right? The studying part is really on your interests. I would say, don't waste your time studying stuff that that doesn't interest you. There's too much subject matter in the Moorish paradigm for you to not find something of interest and then go down that rabbit hole, especially if it's interesting to you. Go down that rabbit hole and find what you will to find, so you can figure your stuff out. But don't look at it like well, you have to study this and then you have to study this. No, study what makes this fun for you. Study what makes this, something you want to love to do. I mean, at least that's what worked for me. So metaphysics and occult and whatever, that was fun for me. So I went down that road with the Sufis and Idris Shah and like Hilton, Hotima, and those type of metaphysical occult, and then making the Moorish connection to it. The history, anything, where's Moors at? Just go in, Library of Congress, congressional records, whatever. Just put Moors in there and see what comes up. And then if there is like let's say our let's say you're in some type of trade, let's say, right? You're in some type of trade, and then you come into the Moorish paradigm. Like, those things are proof that you've been this. Because when you research all those trades go back to the Moors being the ones that everybody's going to for whatever they want. So there's a lot to study. So I can't even say this and that and this book and that book. I'm saying it's an open field with every type of flower, every type of smell that you can experience. So go enjoy the field. Go enjoy the field. This is your sojourn. This is your sojourn. And then once you get to that place where you're filled up, you've acquired knowledge, you've applied, and this is registered in you. I mean, it's stuck. It's sunken. Now you start, looking to get some things done because you detoxed, got rid of all that nigger. Once you get the nigger out of you, now you can get some work done. This is why the studying thing is a long thing, because it's a detox, it's a cleanse, and you're not cleansing all the parasites in one round. You're not cleansing the parasites in one round. You gotta do a round or two maybe 3, if you really want to get them out. And the parasites, the messed up thinking, the rash decisions, basing sins on emotion instead of facts, whatever they are, whatever the parasites are, that's been plaguing our lives and have us traumatized. It's a detox. Once we get all those stuff out, now we could start talking about what could we do for the Moors. What are some signs that new Moors are amongst upright Moors? Like I said, you might have missed it, but when you get with upright Moors, they're upright. You just know. There's an energy, there's a frequency. Right? The Moors who are honest and truthful and whatever, you don't get any ill vibes. Hundreds of miles away, you can pick up on the vibe. I know, yeah, this is a good Moor right here. This is an upright Moor. Yeah, everybody has their little whatevers they're working on. We're not even talking about those knick-knack, paddywhack stuff. We're talking about, like treason and that. So you'll know. You'll know if you man, that brother, man, he showed so much love. We went to the house and ate, and it was just an amazing time. His children are beautiful, and his wife, and this is just an amazing experience, and I wish we could do this again, and I'm going to bring my wife next time and my children, and we're going to, the good stuff. You know what the good stuff is. As soon as you do the messed up thing, you get the tingles, the oh my God, what am I doing? I shouldn't have did that. You get the chest feeling with the nervousness and all that stuff. You already know. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. Don't look at it too constricted. Look at this loose. This isn't skinny jeans. Look at it loose. You have leeway. You have room. What is the difference between the Canaanite god El and Allah? The Canaanite god El is a lower being. Allah is a supreme being. A god that's God subordinate. So the Canaanite god, that's not Allah. God's not coming down as no male and all that. Now, aspects of Allah is going to, like Juali was the love thought of Allah. That came as masculine form. When they say God, whatever, and then they put title there, yeah, that's subordinate. If we're gonna say, which one should we put our reverence to? Just say Allah, leave those gods alone. God's never did anything to help anybody yet. It's there. all about you and your relationship with Allah. You don't need no middlemen doing anything for you. You don't need middlemen. Middlemen are, they can assist, the messengers and the prophets, and they can assist. They can be there to lend a helping, whatever they gotta use to help you on the path. Oh yeah. But don't get them confused. Don't get the supreme being confused with the names of the supreme being. That's just names. That's not the supreme being. Right? The 99 names of Allah are just names. That's not Allah. If you have no questions, time to go get fat. Honors to all the Moors worldwide that's been staying true. True to the Prophet, true to the nation, staying true to the cause of uplifting fallen humanity, whatever way that we see fit to help. Make sure we're helping to uplift those that's fallen. Some people are lazy asses, some people trip. Fell. We gotta help them. Honors to the Moors who've been supporting the Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, Justice tour. Probably will be in your area soon, so stay on the lookout. But the next stop is Moor Avengers, North Carolina. This Saturday, the No Bookstore and Cultural Center, 239 East Main Street, and just get at the Moor Navi Base 7 at iCloud.com. Any info relative to Saturday. You're bored, you wanna get in town, need to find a hotel or something, it's called the Moor. It's called the Moor. Honors to all the mothers. Thank you for life. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam to all the Moors in the chat. Islam to all the Moors in the chat. I know, send out some positive vibes for little Yusuf on his solar return. Honors to all the Moors. Islam.